Very good afternoon. I'm Shilpa and I welcome you all again to the CIT and CERT live interactive session. In this session, we will talk on English teaching through content, pedagogy and ICT integration. With us, we have Mr. S. Dilip, an ICT awardee teacher. I welcome you, Mr. Dilip.
Hearty welcome. Thank you, ma'am. Happy afternoon to one and all. In this session, we are going to talk about English teaching pedagogy and ICT integration into English teaching. Let me share some of the ideas which I am following in my classroom through this session. So generally, teachers used to follow some of the traditional methods which are followed by all the English teachers. Nowadays, there are so many innovative methodologies which are followed by many of the teachers. Let me share some of those in this session. Okay. So generally, in our English textbook or a reader, we'll have some of the contents which are shown here in the slide. Like you will have some prose pieces and poetry and the grammar, and there will be some supplementary readers for you to read and relish. And we also give most of the importance towards the language functions, that is we call as LSRW shortly, like listening, speaking, reading and writing. These skills are very, very important for English learners. Generally in India, it is as ESL, that is English as a second language. We learn it as a second language. So we'll have all this in our English readers. The teachers must concentrate on teaching all this through some innovative methodologies and by integrating ICT into that. So next, we'll look into the methods of this English teaching. So I have talked about the content, and now we are going for how can we transact this through these methods. You all know that there are very popular methods like grammar translation method, where the teacher will translate word by word or the important words which they need in their mother tongue, so that they feel comfortable in teaching this English content by translating it into mother tongue. And very popular method is direct method, where the teacher wants to teach the English language directly by using English. I would say that you can follow in direct method where you can not feel like when you're comfortable communicating in English, the children can listen to your communication and they can develop communication skills easily. And the structural approach goes like teacher used to introduce a structure and they develop the lesson through that. And the communicative approach is very, very popular nowadays because of its importance in developing the communication skill. And eclectic approach is one amongst that. I go with most of the times eclectic approach, because the teacher can't stick on to one method at a time. They wanted to switch over from one to other method. So we can go with eclectic approach, which is a mix of different methodologies into it. And this oral approach, the very word itself tells you this is like a giving demonstration only by verbal talking and talking. And the situational language teaching is also there, where the teacher used to create a wonderful situation with a wide variety of examples from real day-to-day life. They can explain the grammar concepts, and the methods changes from one concept to other, like content to other. The teachers can adopt any of the methodologies which are there. And let me talk about the methodologies which we follow in our state. Like for first standard to fourth standard, we used to follow a methodology called ABL. The expansion of that is activity-based learning. Here, the children used to involve in wide variety of activities, and the main key element here is ladder. That is that we are not going to simultaneously teach to all the children. They follow a certain ladder where the children can move on according to their own pace of learning. They can finish one by step learning, which is comfortable for the primary children. And for fifth standard, we follow a methodology called SALM, which means Simplified Active Learning Methodology. In this, the key point is that concept map. This helps all the subject and the children can easily remember the ideas and they can develop the ideas with a concept map. This is particularly very good for knowledge-oriented subjects like math, science, and social studies. For language also, if one of you or one wants to develop the ideas into a passage or something, then they want to go with the central idea followed by the sub ideas, which will help them to communicate either verbally or through written communication. And for 6th standard to 9th standard, we follow a method called active learning methodology, which is where we go with mind map, which is the core idea behind this. And I would like to thank Mr. Jiddu Krishnamurthy, who is an educationist, who is following this, and we have adopted these methodologies from his model schools, and these methodologies are working good in our schools. And you can also adopt this technique of memory for all the subjects, especially English also. And here I am sharing you one of the mind maps which I have created for teaching nouns. Like this, you can also create mind maps using virtual tools like FreeMind, FreePlaying, or VUE. These are the free softwares which are available online, and there are Android apps as well, which also can be helpful for the teacher to create such mind maps and take printouts and give it to students, which will help them to create their mind maps using their own ideas, and they can bring out all the dreams into this mind maps. This is a good tool for brainstorming as well. Let me continue with technology integration. And before that, I wanted to share one of the innovative methodology which I have followed in my classroom and which was also helpful for me to winning innovative award from NCERT. The name of the method which I have adopted is Gamified Grammar. The name itself tells you that I have started teaching grammar through games. Most of the times we forget making children to participate actively in the classroom. Instead of that, we used to talk and they'll sit like a passive listeners. I wanted to break this monotonous classroom situation. That's why I have adopted these games into the classroom. And these games are not only with the virtual, I wanted to integrate the the traditional games which we were following in our areas. Like in the villages, we used to follow many traditional games. I wanted to adopt that, like it might be a snake and ladder game or dice playing or something like that, a memory game which we follow in our villages. That I have converted all those games for teaching English. Like verb in the snake and ladder chart, when the children put the dice and go for that, they want to pick out the verb, they want to say the verb, and they are going to frame sentences using that verb. This is the technique, and here I have also listed the steps of this gamified grammar. First, the students are introduced to the physical game, and followed by that, there are some reading cards which help the children to develop their reading fluency. Phonetic approach really helps them to develop their reading fluency. And again, use the idea of grammar in situation, which is related and aligned to the situational approach. And after that, I give them the exposure towards using technology. And this is about playing an online game or a software game. I will map one concept with some virtual games and I'll expose them to play the game. Really, the children will enjoy both playing physical games as virtual games. And now I'm also going to introduce you one beautiful platform where you can sit, relax, and play and learn from the website, which I'm going to introduce you. And at the end, there should be a test for any methodology. I have adopted a fluency test, which is also like a game marathon kind of thing. When children completes one game, they'll be moved to the next stage and next stage. At the end, they'll be given with a certificate. This is what about the gamified grammar methodology which I've adopted. And you can also get the resources free from this website. Gamifiedgrammar.blogspot.com will give you steps of playing this. Play G is playing grammar. Learn G is about learning grammar. Practice G is for practicing grammar. E-grammar is to learn e-grammar, and mind maps for all the concepts and testing is for testing the grammar. This is what about that. And if you really want to develop the spoken English, that is communication, here also you have 3 levels: beginner, intermediate, and advanced. There are modules which will help you to read, and with that there are activities also which can be played by you and written. Here it is an integrated opportunity where you can develop your spoken written skills and your testing of own test your English fluency. All this will be there. And now we are going to come for the very important topic of integrating technology into our English teaching. Most of the teachers think that we could not integrate technology into English teaching, but believe me, there are lots of resources which are available online which is for English teaching. We generally adopt science and math like GeoGebra and other things. There are some tools and technologies which can be adopted by English teachers, or the students can also use that of their own, and they can improve their English communication skills and English literary skills. Let me share some of the interesting tools which can help you update your language skills. And when we talk about technology, generally this comes under 3 categories. I'm showing you all the 3 categories. Like, you can adopt technology through your mobile applications. All the teachers have a smartphone in their class, and the students also have, most of the times, like if you are grown up, you can also access smartphones for your knowledge purpose and not for entertainment or amusement during your childhood days. That is also ethical thing which you want to follow. And the softwares, computer software, which are helpful for you to develop your communication skill. And there are tons of online tools. Believe me, there are more than 10 lakh educational applications from mobile applications where you want to categorize and adopt the appropriate one for your thirst. Like, you search it, we give it. It's the time now. Like, there are n number of applications which are available online, but you want to choose the right one and use it for your development. Okay. And I'm going to give you some demo today about the immersive reader, which is in OneNote and Internet Explorer, which are inbuilt tools which will help you develop your communication, and tophonetics.com, which gives you the appropriate pronunciation, transcription of the words and the texts. And I have told you about grammar games, and I'm going to introduce to you a platform called gamestolearnenglish.com. And for poems, if you are interested towards music, you can use a Songsmith, which is a free software where you can compose your own poems by singing and adding music which are interesting, which are inbuilt. You are not, you don't want to be a real keyboard player, but it gives you a number of applications which can be embedded to your music, and you can compose your own poems through this software. And I'm going to expose you towards ePathshala and NCERT website, where ebooks and flip books are available, which can be made into a talking book with this simple technology I'm going to tell you. Okay, we are going for demo. Before that, if you have any questions, I can answer your questions and move on to the demos of all the softwares, ma'am.
Mr. Dilip, you can just complete your demonstration. Later on, I'll ask you questions.
Sure, ma'am.
Yeah.
Here I'm sharing you some of the screenshots of the applications which we are going to go with. This is the Songsmith, which comes with trial version, 6 hours of music you can compose with this. And next is gamestolearnenglish.com. And the next one is the ePathshala website, especially this has the flip books online. And this is a sample of the text which I am taking now. And this is the immersive reader, which is inbuilt with the OneNote. And I'll also tell you easy to create puzzles and to play with the puzzles with the website called puzzlefast.com. Okay, and for evaluation, there are tools called Kahoot, Quizzes, Quizlet, Plickers, and most popular is Google Forms and Microsoft Forms, which are helpful for us now to create online tests, and even we can create e-certificates and send it to the children. These websites will help you to learn and to test yourself. And Quizlet is one beautiful tool where there are so many lessons and games inbuilt. And this is my classroom where I adopt all the things. And let me now go for the demo of one by one. Now we are going to look into the demo of some of the applications. So now we are looking into this. First, I'll go with the ePathshala website. The website address is epathshala.nic.in, where there are resources for, when you click at the top like ePathshala, you will have resources for students, followed by the teachers and educators and parents. And here I am going for e-textbooks. Here you will also have supplementary books and e-resources and events are there. Let me check with the e-textbooks. And here you will have the menu to select the class. As this is for upper primary, I'll select one lesson from 7th standard, go for selection of subject, English, and you're going to select one title. I'm going for honeycomb today and click on go. And when you click on that, you will have the list of chapters. Let me go for the first chapter now. I've clicked the first chapter. And it takes some time to load. And this is notes for the teacher is the first one. Let me go to the next page. This is how you will have a wonderful flip book online. And my today explanation is about, let me show you a demo of the inbuilt tools in the Internet Explorer. You have, when you look at it, the teachers or the students who are doing can add notes at a time by clicking on this pen. You will have a pen where you can take the pen and you can underline or circle this like this I'm doing, or you can select the highlighter tool, yellow, and you can go with the highlighter. You can like highlight like this. See here you have interrogative sentence, and looking at this squirrel, you might say it was asking a question. What is the question? Long overcoat reaching the tip of its tail is the demo of the tool. You can go like this, use the pen and the highlighter. When you don't want this, you can pick the eraser and just click on that. It will automatically vanish. And here you also have a add note button, which you can use in the text itself. Like I want more explanation on this. If you want, you can even type it there itself. And if you want to take a clip of that, you can click on the clip, drag to copy, the region will come, and you can select some region like this and you are copied with that. Okay, this is nice inbuilt tools which are available there in the Internet Explorer 9 itself. This is embedded with the tool itself. It is free for everyone to use. And now I'm going to give you a demo of another one. We'll go here. So it will ask you when you close, are you going to save the changes? If you want to save the changes also, you can save. We'll take one more chapter from 8th standard and English. Go for the title and go. And let me check with the chapter 3. And you're going for now immersive reader, which is go with read along is an read aloud is an option which is there. I think you can click that and you can now select any. I'm making it bigger with this. So now you can go with the text which is for chapter 2. Let me click. chapter 1, and when you select the chapter, it will show you the text and it will read for you as well. Like I have clicked on this lesson, and let's go with this. And when you select the book and click go, your lesson will be like a flip book where you can give the option of read aloud. Go to the site and click read aloud. It's taking some time. Okay, when you click read aloud, it will select the text and read for you. It's taking some time.
Okay, no problem. Meanwhile, I'll inform my viewers, if you come across any questions related to our today's topic of discussion, then you can call on our toll-free numbers. Numbers are 1800 and 1800 You can also send your questions on our official email ID, ciet.kishoremanch@gmail.com. Moreover, you are watching this session on our official YouTube channel, NCERT Official. And if you have any question, you can comment your question below. So, is that file uploaded?
Yes, ma'am. It is taking some time,
Okay.
as the file might be bigger in size, I think. But let me tell you the technique of how can you make it to read. That's all. And if you open this, you will have a read aloud button. I can also show it in any other website. I wanted to show this directly to the book. This is the same technique which you're going to follow. I can show that with the online labs. Okay, is our next tool which we are going for. Next, I'm going to introduce you to the free online educational website where you can learn through simulations. This is for all the subjects. I wonder, like for English also, there is a virtual lab in this website. The website address is olabs.edu.in. When you click on English, you will have like this. See, look at the topics, grammar topics which are here, or interesting topics to learn as well as to play. You can also play while you learn, like play and learn. Learn prepositions of location. I am going to click this topic. And when you click into that, you will have different topics into that. And you can also check with the other topics like learning preposition of location, correction and omission activity, and direction, active and passive, and other topics are also there. So when you click at that, you will have this, and look at the topics like this. The first topic will be like learning preposition of location, and this theory will give you a theoretical knowledge, and there are common mistakes followed by the procedure. And I wanted to introduce you to this English lab, which is interesting thing where you can play and learn. I have told you, welcome to the English lab. You just click on exercise 1. It shows you ball in the living room. That is the activity which you are going to play and learn. Activity area. This is the activity area. Here you can perform the activity. How is given here, and I got it. Let us give I got it. Here you have the instructions. You can also read that. Let me directly go to that. Here you have all the I'm ready, and just click on start, where you can go to playing this game. This is the ball which can be dragged to any position as required, is the rule of the game. Okay, and it will show you, see the question and drag and place the ball accordingly. Place the ball between the family portrait and the clock is your activity. So you're going to drag this and you're going to place it between the family portrait and the clock. So leave it here and So you will get a feedback like this. Congratulations, your answer is correct. So you can go on playing like this, then go for the next question. Next question, you're going to play with the ball. This is what about the lab which is here has many activities for the grammar topics. And let me go for common mistakes, and I'll give you a demo about how can you use the interactive tool. This is about the picture story kind of thing. And when you go for theory, you just don't want to go on reading this, so that you can use the read aloud tool, which I have already told you. I click on this read aloud. See, so let me stop here. I want to read from here only, so I can select this text. I can give play. So you can sit, relax, and have your headphones, and you can listen to any audio material, which is a very good listening skill, which will help you to develop your language communication. And you also have some options here. When you click at this, there you can reduce the speed of the voice, and even you can increase the speed. When you are a beginner, you can reduce the speed, and you can also change the voice. You have the US accent as well as UK accent. So you can listen to both the accents, so that you can develop both the language simultaneously. So I'm changing the language and speed, and now we'll check how is the pronunciation now. So I'll select here now, and I'll give play. So this goes slow. When you want to go for fast and change any of the accent like US also, it is possible. And you can also add more voices to this. What I'm telling is all about free tools which are available online, which can develop your English fluency. Next, we'll go on to the next tool. 2phonetics.com is wonderful thing where you can type and learn how does this. Like generally when we go for pedagogy, both the pronunciation are acceptable, I guess. Some of them used to go for pedagogy and pedagogy. Which one is right? Let us check. I have typed the thing, and you can also go with the transcription of that. When you type this, you can click show transcription, so that you will go with the phonetic symbols of the word, whichever you want. So you are looking at the transcription of this. If you don't know the transcription language, then you can click on the play. It will read for you. So I have clicked the play. Now it's going to read for you like. So you can increase the speed also here. It takes some time to go with that. So this is the procedure how you're going to do, as there are simultaneously many networks out there. It's having some issues, I guess. We'll go with some other word. Let us check education or education. So here you can also select British and American, and I'll give show transcription, and our transcription is ready. We'll check with the play button. So when you click at this, it will play for you. Okay, you can try and you can listen to the pronunciation from this website. And we are moving on to the next thing is like games to learn English.com. I have already told you, you will really enjoy playing lots of games from this. Here you have fast vocabulary to develop. This is like spelling bee competition, which we have in most of the schools and other places. And this game all these are of online, like food, fast foods, like spelling bee is one, for weather, falling clouds, the future, vocabulary game. For tenses like perfect tense, you can play this. Big describer is for adjectives, and for compare, and fast English, numbers, bubbles, times. And if you move on, there are lots of games. And if you want to go for downloading this game into your laptop, and if you are playing it for future use without internet, then you can go for the download option. When you click at this, you have more than 20 games to download like this. Just click this, your game will be downloaded to your computer. You don't even want to install it. You just click on the exe file, just plug and play kind of thing. If you double click that, you can play that. I'll give you one game demo from this games. Like we'll go for one, like, shall we go with the future? I'm clicking on that.
Yeah,
It will
sure, but
directly
we
go.
are less in time, Mr. Dilip. Let me
Okay,
inform
then
you. Yeah.
I'll move on to the next thing. Just you can start, click on start, and you can play according to the instruction. You have all the instructions on screen. Okay, I was telling you about this spoken English goes like this. Examples, quantitative adjectives like this. You can read this, followed by an explanatory video. And there are activities for your mind for writing. And there is an audio activity which you can practice. And there is one video activity, followed by click to take a test, which will help you to take an online test, and you will get a certificate at the end of this. And I was talking to you about the gamified grammar. Here you will have scratch games to play, which are created by me. And the Learn G is like for like this. You have complete grammar topics to learn by reading. And for practicing, you have other activities and e-grammar and mind maps and other things are there. And with this, I'm concluding with the demo of online tools, and I'll give you a demo about OneNote Immersive Reader at the last point. And with that, I'm going to close this session. And we go for Immersive Reader OneNote. And this is a good tool for English teachers to show everything. You're looking at my OneNote notebook, where you will find like the one on pages like noun, pronoun, verb, adjectives. You just can prepare this notebook or give this as a collaborative assignment for your children, one topic to one child, and they can completely create this notebook. And when teacher is going to present this at the classroom, I have shown you about the immersive reader, which is inbuilt with this. Learning tools is one which you can incorporate with this, where you will find immersive reader as well as dictate. I'm going to give you this immersive reader. And when you click at this immersive reader, you will have a window like this. See, you're looking into the text like this. And when you click on this text, you can increase the size of the font, and you can even increase the spacing between the letters for the disabled children who are in your classroom can be. And you can change the color according to the color blindness like this. If children face color blindness or other things in your classroom, you can change the background color. And look at this. This is the wonderful feature of this. Like, you want comprehension, then verbs will come in red color. When you go through this, all the verbs are in red color. Nouns, when you click on this, all the nouns will come in purple color, violet color of this. Adjectives and cowboy, evil, all these are nouns. You don't want to categorize. System, artificial intelligence does this for us. And when you click on adjectives, all adjectives are in this like bluish green color. You can see wrong, furious, tired, bad. All this comes in another color. And syllabification, when you click on this syllables, your words will be syllable like this. Adjective, the syllabification is done automatically. And again, when you want to go for reading, I have already told you like this, and click the play button which is below, it will read for you. So here also you have the voices to change, like the speed of the voice can be changed, and the female and male voice is also available. You can change and make it to read. So like this, I have selected the speed as slow so that it reads slow. This is one wonderful feature from this. All these are available with your OneNote, and here one more tool is dictate. You can dictate and system can type it for you is another feature. And with this, we are concluding our this thing. Let me stop sharing this. And with this, we have learned innovative methods. Like, let me sum up. Like, there are different methodologies like grammar translation method, direct method, and I have also introduced you different innovative pedagogies like gamified grammar, active learning methodology, activity-based learning, and combination of all methods like eclectic approach, which plays a vital role in our classroom about the methods. And when we go for concepts, we have prose, poem, supplementary, and other things universal in all the textbooks around the world. And at the end, we have integrated technology to develop our listening skill, pronunciation skill, and to improve our grammar knowledge with the gamified grammars and other things. And for communication skill development also, there are artificial intelligence tools which helps us from Internet Explorer and OneNote and from other free sources. We can also create mind map is one thing which I have also shared with you. With this, let me sum up this. And if you have any questions, I'm ready to answer for those, ma'am.
Though we have got only 2 minutes left, but I'll take a few of the questions. Miss Radhika, she's saying that you have opted for an innovative method, gamified grammar. So you adopted that for the English teaching. So what kind of outcome you have received?
Yes, ma'am. Wonderful question. Teachers can try different methodologies in their classrooms according to the pulse of the children. I can say that one thing which I am making, one size will not fit all is the famous saying I should tell you. One education is who is adopting you one methodology will not directly suit your classroom. So my children at that age are so active in learning through games, so that I have tried to adopt this. I could see a lot of change among them. That's the main thing. One, they developed this interest towards learning English. The children who are from villages have fear or panic towards learning English because they feel mother tongue as comfortable. When you involve them slowly into games, even I could enjoy playing games at this age. So when we stop those traditional teaching method, and when we go for innovative teaching methodologies like this, definitely your children will increase interest and they learn that without any strain or stress is the main thing which I could find from that methodology.
Unfortunately, we have got several questions for you, but unfortunately, we don't have much time for this session. The time is up for this session. So today we understood what kind of content and the skills could be developed through language teaching and how to integrate technology in English teaching. And thank you, Mr. Dilip, for being with us.
Thank you so much, ma'am. At last, I would like to tell you that a smart teacher is more important than the smart technology which are in your classroom. A smart teacher, if he thinks to change or bring in a change in their classrooms, they can bring in the change by adopting so many innovative methodologies and by integrating ICT into their classrooms. Thank you so much for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Thank you.
Wonderful words, sir. And in the next session, they will discuss use of technology for teaching art and craft to children. Until then, take care and keep watching Kishore Manch.